Okay guys, so I'm going to show you guys how to do a couple of these translations. Moving the shape basically is what you're doing. These are the notes that you guys can copy from Schoology. Just go right here and just copy the notes in, but I'm just going to show you how to do a couple of them. So basically what you're doing is a translation is just moving the shape. So like if this is the first shape, you see how this has four corners? In other words, those four corners are like points. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And if it tells me to move 3 units left, all I'm doing is I'm moving all four of those points to the left 3 units. Okay, so all I gotta do is look at each point and go, okay, there's the first point, count 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. There's the new point for that corner. 1, 2, 3. There's a new point for that corner. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3 for the last point here. And you can see the shape is just kind of moved to the left by 3 units. So that's pretty much what you're doing there. And then sometimes you're going to have more than 2 directions. Okay, so if I'm looking at this one, actually I'll show you this circle. I have a corner here. Actually, let me just start with the pink. I have a corner there, there, there. And I know it's a little bit hard because it's a curve to find points. So I'm just going to look where these lines kind of line up with the grid. Just going to pick a few spots here along the line. All right, and I'm just going to move all those points 1 unit to the right and 4 units down. So starting with this one on the top, 1 right, 4 down. This one right here, 1 right, 4 down. 1 right, 4 down. Right there. 1 right, 4 down. I'm doing it for every point. 1 right and 4 down. 1 right, 4 down. Okay. All right, so now I have this corner right there. That's that spot right there. And then I just kind of draw the circle going around. And there's the shape. You can see that it just pretty much moved 1 unit right and then you move 4 units down. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing with all those. So again, from the notes that you see there, just go ahead and copy those in. And then we just talked about, you know, what is a translation, what's not. This is the only one that actually is a translation, because whenever you move something, it doesn't like flip it upside down or turn it. It stays the same direct or same orientation. So you can see, like, for instance, that circle that looks like Pac-Man, it's still kind of opening up here on the top right. So translations just kind of slide the object over, okay? Then when you get down here to the bottom, you're going to do that with all of these as well. And so you're just moving, again, you're moving based on the direction. Okay, and all these are triangles, right? So there's just 3 points I'm moving. I'm starting with these. And what it asked me to do is draw a new shape after I move it, but also it asked me to write down what the points are before I start. Okay, so the pre-image points before I move it are these points here. So starting with B, B is right there. So that means it's 1 to the left and 1 down, meaning the coordinate is -1, -1. For C, it's right here on the line, and so starting from the middle, that's 3 right. And if it's right on the line, the Y is only 0. So 3, 0 for C. And then for D, we start out at 3 to the right and then 4 down. So that's 3 minus 4. Okay, so now we're going to move the object, and it asks us to go 4 to the left, 3 units up. So we have 4 left, 3 up. 4 left, 3 up. And you can see that point D ended up right on the first point B. And as I move it, since they're labeled, I'm going to relabel them. So that was B. This is now the new D. And then same thing with the C, 4 left, 3 up. So now that's where the new location is, right there, after I moved everything. Okay, so now again, like we talked about before, every time you move something or do a transformation, I put a little mark on it, meaning prime, okay, meaning that's the new object, okay? So now let's write in what the new points are. The new points for B went from here to there, so that's left 5, that's -5, and then up 2, so +2. For C, C went to there, and now that's left 1, so it's -1, and then up 3, +3. Again, every time I'm figuring out these points, I'm starting from the middle, every time. Okay, so for point D, which is right there, that's left 1, down 1, the same as the original point B, so that's -1, -1. Okay, so continuing on, the pre-image we call XY, And so the new image, the way we refer to the new image is just how it moved. So if I move to the left, that means the numbers that are changing are the x values, because remember x goes from left to right. So if I go left, that means x became negative. Okay, so when I write the new image, like kind of direction, I'll say negative x because we went in the negative direction to the left. And then it said we went up, and up is a positive move for y. Because remember, up and down, y goes up and down. So that means that y just kind of stays positive, okay? So again, wherever it moves, that's how you write down the direction here for this one, okay? And so you do the same thing with that next one over here. You just move it. This one will be 3 left and 2 down. Again, copy these from the notes that I have on Schoology. You can just open up this file right here. And I've got all the notes there, so you don't have to like watch this. I'm not going to go over every single example. I'm just kind of giving you enough to be able to figure it out, okay? So there's the notes for that. You can copy in there, okay? All right, that's it for translations in the notes. Once you guys get those all copied in, I want you to go to Delta Math. And in Delta Math, you guys are going to be kind of just practicing that. So you